All right. Hey, how's it going, guys? Coach Kolby here. Just wanted to go through um, some of what I've been working on and thinking about lately. As you all know, we made some changes back in October of last year. One of the things that we've been working on is putting together our vision, mission, and values for the gym, and what we want to see out of this space and how we want to make it happen, things like that. These are really important to share with all you guys because it helps us hold ourselves accountable to this, and then it helps you be held accountable as well, and it helps you hold us accountable to the things that we say, people that we say we are, the things that we say we're going to do, that sort of thing. And I think that it's important to be able to share this with everybody here. And I wanted to dive a little bit deeper and explain my thoughts on each of these things so that maybe you can get a little glimpse into why we chose the vision, mission, and values that we did, the words that we used, so on and so forth. So for our vision, we use inspire others, educate ourselves, and lead those around us. Inspire, educate, and lead are the base of those three words that I think are our guiding vision for our space. Now, why inspire, educate, and lead? I'm going to share a little bit of insight on why we chose those words. That way, maybe it kind of helps you understand the reasoning behind it. Inspire. Inspiration is a huge tool for change. I took a Dale Carnegie course a couple of years ago, and one of the most incredible courses I've ever taken. If you ever have the opportunity to take a personal relations class, or really any of the classes from Dale Carnegie, they're incredible. And one of the things that we learned inside there is that a person convinced against his own will is still of the same opinion. What's that mean? When you force somebody to say something, to do something, to share something, the forcing or the compelling doesn't change their mind. One of the best ways to influence people or change their minds is to inspire them. A person who is inspired by maybe what you do, what you say, the things that you share, those are the people that potentially are going to change. That's what we're looking for. You know, our biggest vehicle is change. We're trying to change, and I'll talk more about what we're trying to change here in just a bit. But inspiring, it's one of the best ways that we can do that, so that that change is lasting for somebody. I want to inspire someone into being a better version of themselves. There's upsides and downsides to that. Maybe it's a little bit slower, but I think it ends up having a more lasting effect rather than a forceful effect that once rules are no longer in place, change ceases to exist. On to our next word, education. We believe in educating ourselves as coaches. And oh shoot, there's a Dunning ruler. There's a graph that shows how much a person knows and their perception of how much they know. And when somebody first starts something, their perception of what they know goes up pretty drastically and pretty quickly. And the more that they actually learn about that topic, the more they realize they know very little about that topic. So that loop drops back down. So their perception of what they know, what they think they know, drops down incredibly. And then as in proportion as their education actually does increase, as they learn more things, their perception of what they are learning is in a more proportional manner of what they think they know and what they actually know. I think that's important in all realms. I also think education tends to lean back on that first point of inspiring. Why are we inspiring people? Because we seek change. We want to change people. Okay, well, so why are we educating people? Oh, well, we're seeking change from people. And I think one of the best ways that you can seek change is being able to teach someone else to take care of the things that they need to be taking care of themselves, right? Everybody's heard the ages old quote of give a man a fish, he eats for a day, teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. I think that very basic and general analogy feeds true into our lives in all other areas, right? Having somebody else do something for you does not produce the same results, effects as you learning that thing on your own and then implementing what you've learned in your own life. So that's our education portion. And then lead. Lead is that final word that we use. And why do we use lead? The reason that I like the word lead is it requires responsibility. In order to lead, you have to accept responsibility. Again, when we come back to those first two words, why do we use the word inspire? Why do we use the word educate? What are we trying to do? We're trying to create change. And so the same thing with lead. When I think about creating lasting change in somebody's life, if I can give them responsibility, or they can give themselves a responsibility, the change that will last, the purpose that they're putting behind that responsibility kind of goes way up, and the adherence to whatever they're doing goes way up as well. Their ability to now lead other people in that same sort of journey, process, implements, whatever you'd like to call it. So far, we haven't really talked about what kind of change we are looking for, but our vision is definitely centered around change. Now I want to talk about, in our next slide, our mission statement. And our mission statement goes into a little bit deeper of like how us as an organization, as Oxnard movement, how are we going to affect change, and what is that change that we are looking to do? So here's our second slide. Ooh, I want to go to second slide. Our mission statement is to help others find joy. We want to use our passion in health, fitness, and personal development as a tool for learning more about ourselves, others, and the world around us. We want to foster honest relationships through meaningful fitness and community. We want to promote a balanced and healthy lifestyle via fitness, connection, and personal development. I'll let that sit for a second. Maybe you pause your screen and you reread that. You know, there's a few words that I thought were more important than the others, but these are the culmination of some words on how we want to make change. Like, what are we going to be doing to make change, and what is that change? So to help others find joy, I think one of the changes that we want to make is take somebody from an unjoyful to a joyful life. I think joy is something that's inside life that potentially is underutilized, underenjoyed. And it feels weird to use enjoy in the same word as joy. It's forgotten about. One of the big purposes in life, in my opinion, is to be able to experience joy. And I think a lot of people are not in that realm. There's a lot of other things going on. So that's one of the changes that we want to make. We want to bring joy to people. A couple of the other things that we want to be able to do is we want to foster honest relationships. Okay, how do we foster honest relationships? Our coaches are one of the biggest ways that we foster relationships, coach to athlete relationships. Somebody who cares about you, who wants the best for you, who wants to push you in the right direction. So that's one of the primary ways that we use honest relationships. And then that even bleeds into member to member or peer to peer relationships as well. We want to foster a space where you can develop strong peer to peer relationships. There's definitely great science behind the fulfillment people find in life, in their own life, and the communities that they surround themselves with. So being able to foster honest relationships. Now, how are we going to do that? Meaningful fitness and community. I want to promote balanced and healthy lifestyle through fitness. So the goal is that we teach you how to enjoy life in a balanced and healthy manner. Balanced and healthy does not necessarily mean you are in the gym every single day. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're lifting all of the weights. It doesn't necessarily mean you're always moving forward. Healthy and balanced are two things that have several aspects to them. And so our goal is to create a space that you can balance other areas of your life along with your health or your fitness. And fitness, I would consider, is one of those factors inside of your overall health. Why fitness and why balance? Well, fitness, I think, is a really easy translation into other areas of your life. Some other areas that I might, consider as part of a healthy life would be family, would be friends, financials, where your money is. I would say there's a spiritual aspect to health as well. And I think that fitness does a very good job of being able to bleed into those other areas for balance. It also has potential to overpower other areas. So we're trying to figure out how to balance those two things, fitness and health overall. And we're doing it via fitness, connection, and personal development, right? I want people to do hard things. I want people to grow. I want people to get stronger, get faster, be healthier. So that's how we're going to do things. Then I want to share some guiding principles, and we'll call those our core values, guiding principles of how we're going to accomplish our mission and our vision. Let's see if I can find those core values. Perfect. Core values are integrity and excellence, fun and family, growth and humility. So these 6 values are guiding principles. They are what leads us or guides us for carrying out our mission. So I'll just read these through. At Oxnard Movement, doing the right thing for those we serve comes above all. In order to do that, pursuing excellence for yourself and those around you is a must. So we're a business, and all businesses need to be able to make profit. That is end goal of business. Do we want to make profit? Yes, that is what needs to happen. But there are several other companies that value these things as well. And I would say we value people over profit. So our people are always going to come first over our profit. And I think that's a lens into integrity and excellence, right? I need to care about our people before we care about our profit. And that's the right thing to do. Even if it's not always the easy thing to do. And I think that's the other thing about integrity, is it needs to be the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. Next one, fun and family. At Oxnard Movement, we are professionals, but we also know that fun only enhances everyone's experience. Once you are part of the tribe, you are always a part of the tribe. So fun. We ask a lot out of our members, a lot out of our staff, a lot out of our coaches, and doing hard things is a lot easier when there's a little bit of fun involved. We all know that. Fun reinforces that side in our mission statement of bringing joy, right? Joy and fun maybe have very similar connotations. And then family. The end all goal all from our vision, right, is to inspire, educate, and lead. And just because you're no longer a quote unquote customer of our business does not mean that we don't want to talk to you, right? Maybe CrossFit ends up being not the right thing for you. Maybe our gym ends up being too far away from you. Maybe you move, maybe this, maybe that. There is a time span on your time spent with us, but even outside of that time span, we treat you like people still. You're always still going to be a part of the family. You know, we'll have communications with you. We'll make sure that, hey, if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. If you feel like we can help you, let us help you. If you feel like you want conversation, let's talk. Whatever it may be. But once you're part of the family, you're always part of the family. Don't feel like you're not allowed to talk to us, you have to shun us, you have to be embarrassed about it. Absolutely not. I want to see people being better. And when you are outside of this space, living out a better version of yourself, we've seen through with our vision. And our last thing here is growth and humility. At Oxnard Movement, we are human too, and in order to serve, we must continually sharpen our swords. We must have the humility to know what we don't know and ask for help. When you work with us, you know you're getting the best. These are two pieces that you would think don't exist on the same spectrum, and in fact, they need, for maximum impact, they need to exist together. Needing to have the humility to say, hey, I don't know these things. And when I know that I don't have these things, I have the potential or the capacity to grow in them. So this growth mindset and this humility mindset, as soon as my ego has gotten to the point where I have nowhere to grow, I'm not learning anymore, you know, my humility starts to drop as well. I'm a big proponent of, very similar to the saying, if you're not living, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. I want us as an organization and people in general to be embracing that growth mindset, to be growing on a daily basis, weekly basis, yearly basis. I think that is extremely important for everyone's development and purpose in life as well. So those are our core values. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this. I would love feedback on these core values. If you agree with us, if you don't agree with us, you know, I'm always open to conversation. Maybe we can inspire you in the future in some sort of way. Maybe you can inspire us into some sort of action in some sort of way. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon.